In this video, I went for the Platinum Trophy on Infamous Second Son. This is the third game in the series, and honestly, it's my favorite. I love the older ones too, but it's been a while since I've played them, so I'm a little bit biased. This game is a 3 out of 10 difficulty, with 48 trophies in total, and requires 2 playthroughs to get the Platinum Trophy. The game starts off with our main character, Delsin Rowe, spray painting a billboard of who we later find out to be his brother. The spray painting mechanic actually comes back a lot later in the game during side activities, but we'll worry about that when we get to it. After finishing our art project, we head back to the longhouse where we meet Reggie, Delsin's brother. He's not too fond about what we just did to the billboard, but he's got bigger fish to fry. A crash happens nearby and we see a couple conduits fleeing the crash scene. Quick recap on the lore. People with powers called conduits are now labeled as bioterrorists, and the government thinks they've captured all of them. They've got this military group called the DUP, which is in charge of keeping the conduits locked up. So back to the crash. Delsin and Reggie go to check it out, and that's where we meet Hank, one of the survivors. Hank doesn't like cops, so when he sees Reggie, he takes Delsin hostage, and that's where we discover our first power.
I don't want to hurt nobody. I just want to get going before she gets here. I said let him go, or I will shoot you. Fresh. I said I don't want to hurt nobody.
We end up chasing Hank using our new smoke abilities, beat him down a bit, but he escapes, straight into the hands of our main villain, Augustine.
Walk away. Nobody's ever got to know about any of this. Wait a minute. Stop. Let's talk about this.
She's also a conduit, but she leads the DUP and basically hunts down everyone like her. She questions Delsin, and this is where we get to make our first karma-related choice. Most of the main story trophies in this game are going to be centered around whether you make a good choice or a bad choice. So I previously started a playthrough on this game before I knew I was going to make a video, so I have 2 out of the 48 trophies already. One of the trophies I have is called Kicking and Screaming, where you finish off 10 wounded enemies or civilians. And the second trophy I have is called Ruthless, which we get from making our first evil decision. Since I need both good and evil playthroughs for the Platinum Trophy, I decided to just stick with the evil route, just because I already had that first trophy. Back to the story. Augustine thinks Hank ratted on them and started questioning Delsin. We can either confess or stay quiet. This leads us to our first karma decision. I decided to go the evil route and stay quiet, which led to Augustine filling the entire tribe with concrete.
God, how could anyone do this? How many people did she hurt?
Me and Reggie then gear up and head to Seattle with one goal in mind, is to get Augustine's power and reverse what she did to the tribe. On our way there, we end up helping some people along the way, grabbing some new powers, and making our way into Seattle. Once we fight our way into the city, we make our way up the Space Needle and leave a message for the DUP.
Hey, Reg. You see it from down there?
Are you kidding? People in Portland can see it.
I just want to let the dupes know I'm here, man.
We then get word that there's a conduit going around killing a bunch of drug dealers in the area, so obviously we make that our next pit stop. In order to continue the story, I had to clear out a nearby DUP camp where we catch our first trophy of the playthrough, Excessive Force, for killing one enemy with our super. Not too long after, we pick up our next trophy called Total Carnage, where we destroyed 5 cars in 5 seconds. We start our next mission and find out a little bit of backstory on the conduit we're chasing.
Reg, you should see this, man. Speedy Gone Crazy is a tagger. She's a pretty damn good one, too.
Yeah, well, don't forget she's a murderer, right?
She sets a
Pretty
lovely
damn
altar.
good one, too.
It's actually kind of touching.
Yeah, well, there's good touching and bad touching.
We find out that the conduit's name is Fetch, and we have a pretty good idea of where she's heading. She likes to draw power from a big neon sign located nearby, so we go there to wait for her. Not long after starting this mission, we pick up the Freedom of Speech trophy, where we disrupted 10 activist rallies. Ooh. We get the jump on her and get our hands on our neon powers.
It's okay. God.
Fetch leads us on a chase through Seattle, where we eventually trap her at a nearby theater and start our first boss fight. I didn't mention this before, but one of the trophies we have to do is play the whole game on Expert. The game isn't too difficult, but sometimes when you get to these boss fights, you take so much damage, and you're pretty squishy. In this boss fight specifically, you can't really attack Fetch. All you can do is drain her neon signs. Eventually, we get all the signs drained and she can't draw any more power, so we can then attack her and beat the first boss fight. We are then faced with another karma-related decision where we went ahead and corrupted Fetch so we can get her evil mission. We then do Fetch's evil mission where we go around Seattle killing a bunch of protesters and eventually popping the Malice trophy. Oh, get them before they get you. Okay. Not long after, we popped another combat-related trophy. Oh, make Fetch proud. Hit 3 weak points with Neon Beam in 6 seconds. We then get word that there's a conduit over in the Lantern District of Seattle. We make our way there, but Augustine pulls up and it puts us into a boss fight. Oh, snap! We beat the boss fight, but Augustine gets the upper hand on us. Luckily, a random angel flies in and carries us off to safety.
Slow it down.
After getting to the new area we just unlocked, I went around for a little bit cleaning up some of the map, where I popped another trophy for destroying half the cameras around the map. Oh, nothing to see here. Well, we got half the DUP security cameras. We find out there are some conduits that got away from the DUP and are running around the area. A mystery friend ends up helping us track down some of these conduits that have escaped.
Huge fan of your work. That tag you put on the needle, kiss my aspirations, right? See, I get what you're doing. The whole give power to the powerless thing, and I want to help.
Okay. Well, if you want to help, you can help me find one of the escaped conduits who might be here in the Lantern District.
Every time we would find one of the escaped conduits, the angels would swoop in and carry them away.
Hey, I'm not with the DUP, and I'm not a freak who goes around opening occupied porta potties. No, wait, I saw him first.
We then used Reggie as bait to track them down and find their base.
And we have liftoff.
Hey, follow my phone and don't be a dick!
We follow Reggie and the angels lead us straight to their base downtown.
Video angels. I should have seen that coming.
We battle the angels and demons while we have to take out the giant TV screens that they keep spawning from. After destroying all of the TVs, we were able to take out the remaining angels and demons, allowing us to finally go into the conduit's hideout.
There's gotta be a ton of weird, spiky shit down there, and that, brother, that's all you.
We go into the conduit's hideout and look around for a minute until we get teleported into our next boss battle. The boss fight wasn't too crazy, it was more or less just shoot the giant angel flying around and don't fall into the lava. Sometimes he would get shield from the other angels, but you could just one-tap him, so it wasn't too difficult. But once we beat him, we got the usual new power set and also a little lore dump on the character.
Don't hurt me, Nelson!
Just a quick summary of his backstory. His name's Eugene, and he was pretty much just a nerd who got bullied in school. And also his mom was a politician who didn't like conduits, so he kind of got the short end of the stick all around. We get our next karma-related decision, where we go ahead and corrupt Eugene so we can get his evil mission. Alright. Let's corrupt our boy Eugene. Not long after, we popped the trophy for collecting half the blast shards around the map. Oh, weep. Then we got another trophy for defeating an enemy with 3 different power sources.
I think I'm getting close, Eugene. Your
Oh.
friend's gonna be there to lend a hand?
We then went and did the usual. We got some abilities for our new powers, and then I went ahead and did Eugene's Evil Karma mission. The mission was pretty much just killing a bunch of gang members that were around the city, but it's okay because we got our next trophy. Contempt. Don't fear the weak. Right after finishing that mission, Fetch and Eugene got captured by the DUP and were sent to a DUP prison. Lucky enough, we find out that Hank just escaped that very same prison, and we're looking for him to help us break in.
Reg, I got eyes on him. He's on a rooftop downtown fighting off choppers.
All right, but listen to me. Don't let the DUP catch him.
Oh, right, I got it.
And don't let them kill him either. And don't you kill him. But don't let him get away.
Jeez, man, it's a lot to remember.
We eventually track Hank down, but he hits us with a mean sucker punch and knocks us out. See what I did there with the sucker punch? Because sucker punch made the game. It's okay, because as we were getting knocked out, he grabbed our phone and put his phone number into it so we could actually get in touch with him. So he might not be too bad.
Man, you really can't take a punch.
Hank? How the hell did you get this number?
Hank works with us in breaking into the DUP prison to go save Fetch and Eugene, but it ends up being a trap set by Augustine using Hank.
I don't know, man. Something's not right. Maybe I should call Reggie. Hank!
Henry, you didn't disappoint me.
I did like you asked. You just do like you promised.
Son of a bitch, I trusted you!
Never trust a convict.
Reggie pulls up to help us get away from Augustine. Unfortunately, Augustine spins the block on him, and Reggie doesn't quite make it out of the prison.
Leave my brother alone, you bitch! Oh, dear God. Reggie!
Delson, look at me. You gotta let me go.
No, I can do this.
Listen, we can't let this stuff get to you two. Dude, I'm so proud of you.
No.
Always have been.
No. Reggie, don't.
I love you, bro.
We end up fighting Augustine again and beating her until she runs away, but now we have to go get our lick back on Hank, so we have to track him down across the city. Once we track him down, we get hit with another karma-related decision, where we obviously have to kill Hank, because we're doing the evil playthrough. Alright, buddy, I gotta do it for the trophy, I'm sorry.
Eye for an eye, asshole.
Revenge. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. Now that Hank's out of the way, we head towards Augustine's tower and start climbing it to take her out. With Fetch and Eugene's help, we climb to the top of the tower. Fetch weakens the roof just enough for us to dive bomb in and confront Augustine.
So, any trouble finding the place?
We beat the first phase of the fight, and we are now finally able to get our hands on the concrete abilities.
Okay. You want my power? You got it.
We then get our usual lore dump on the character and see what was going on in her head. In her mind, she thought she was protecting all the conduits by locking them up and keeping them away from the world. She then turns into a giant concrete dinosaur, because why not? Since the game difficulty is on expert, this fight was very, very long and drawn out for me. Ya boy was really struggling. Oh my goodness. We finally beat the boss fight and are able to give Augustine a taste of her own medicine.
Yeah, I'm told that hurts.
Yeah, you tell her. You tell her.
Augustine.
We get the evil ending of the game where it's essentially Delsin going and killing Augustine, as well as freeing all of the conduits that were imprisoned. Now that we finally have the concrete powers, we're able to go back to the tribe and heal everybody of their injuries. When we get there, we're not welcomed with open arms because all of the people have seen what we've done over in Seattle and all of the bad choices that we have made, so they end up refusing us and turning us away.
You have disgraced our people. You have disgraced our ancestors. And you have disgraced the memory of your brother. You are a Komish no longer.
Delsin really didn't like that, so he pretty much just blows up the Longhouse, and the game ends there. We then get our trophy for beating Augustine on the Evil Karma mission.
Dang.
We then got our trophy for beating the story with Evil Karma, and then also beating the story on expert difficulty. We ended our first playthrough with 15 out of the 48 trophies we need to get the platinum. Well, technically 47, the platinum is one. Okay, my bad. Before I started my good playthrough, I wanted to go through and clean up the map and pretty much do as much as I could before having to start over. In the background right now, you'll just see me pop most of the miscellaneous and collectible trophies that I had left around the map. The trophy cleanup wasn't too bad. It was pretty much just your normal do everything around the map type of deal. The main collectible around the map is going to be the blast shards, but you should be grabbing most of them during the playthrough because they help you upgrade your abilities. Throughout the game, each district on the map has its own set of little missions, whether it be grab the audio log or find the hidden camera, that type of deal, and once you've done enough of them, you are able to go and do the district showdown, which was pretty much fighting off a couple waves of enemies until you unlock that district and make it free of the DUP. After finishing all of the miscellaneous trophies and everything I could do on the evil playthrough, I was left with 10 trophies including the platinum to get. Out of the 10 trophies I had left, most of them were just related to the good karma choices in the story.
Hey, just woke up. You were gone.
I went through the story and finished up doing all of the good choices for some of the good karma trophies, and by the end of it I had a couple miscellaneous trophies left that I couldn't do on my last playthrough. One of which being healing people, and then the other one was breaking the suspects out of the pens. By the end of my second playthrough, the last trophy I had left to get was to reach level 5 good karma, which was kind of a pain in the butt because I speed ran through the story and I really didn't pay attention to it. To get this, most of my time was spent doing the spray paints and subduing enemies with the neon powers, but eventually we got it to pop and give us our platinum trophy for Infamous Second Son.
You know what, buddy?
Oh.
You and I have been through a lot. But I gotta tell you, officially, we're done.
There we go. There we go. This game is and will always be a top tier game for me, and I also really enjoyed getting this platinum. This is the second time that I've gotten the platinum trophy for this game, and I will always recommend it if you just are looking for a chill game or something not as stressful as some of the bigger games out there. But I guess this will wrap up the video. I just want to say thank you for watching. If you made it this far, please like and subscribe. I've always been a fan of the trophy hunting videos, and I'm really trying to kind of break into that genre, so I hope you'll stay with me, and hopefully these videos will get better. Thank you for watching.